Gator here. 2021 crapped out some pretty horrible films, but hopefully I can find 10 that are worth mentioning. Not gonna be easy. Top 10 movies of 2021. I looked for 10 great films, but I could really only find 5.
Gator don't play no shit.
So after giving it some thought, I'm gonna need to change things up a bit.
Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
See, it's not fair for me, or really most critics, to throw out any sort of top 10 list based on the fact that there's no way possible for each of us to see every single release over this saturated field that Hollywood shuts out every year.
It's coming out of me like lava!
That Melissa McCarthy is some big talent.
Yep, and getting bigger all the time.
All I can really do is present some of my favorites.
Cookie.
And maybe a handful of disappointing films as well.
It was not what I wanted!
Hoping to give you an idea of how 2021 resonated with a simple-minded douche like myself.
Well, that covers a lot of ground.
So as always, I needed to create some rules. Every top 10 needs rules, right? Here are the rules. Rule 1. Top 5 is enough. Nobody gives a flying fuck about 6 through 10. You guys got shit to do, so let's speed things up and just do 5, okay?
What the hell are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
Rule 2. Top 5 favorite, not the best movies. I'm not smart enough to preach what the best films are. What the fuck do I know? I can give you 5 films that really delivered the goods for me in 2021. Movies that exceeded my expectations and gave me hope for the future of cinema. Short of that, I'm one of the worst reviewers on the planet. Rule 3. We need a top 5 disappointing films list. How else can I vent my frustrations over movies that really shit the bed for me in 2021? And by disappointing, I mean that a film may not be terrible, but my expectations demanded excellence from that initial viewing.
Oh, damn it! Oh!
Now, over time, that opinion can change or evolve into a more realistic appreciation for what that movie's supposed to be. But for now, they're dog shit. Rule 4. Some films are not worth watching, so I'll need to do a top 5 movies that Gator won't watch. Any respectable movie reviewer should have watched these, but I refuse to waste my time based on either the trailer, genre, or just not liking the scumbags associated with the release.
Fucking shitbag!
So let's get those out of the way, just in case you were here for my thoughts on flicks that I wouldn't have given the time of day. At number 5, Jungle Cruise. I'm done with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Am I the only one? I just don't need to see him anymore.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's in like 13 movies a year, and good for him. He makes a lot of money, and he's been very good, and he's been fine.
Stop it.
I really don't have a problem with him. I'm just finished. It's like if I had a meal and I was full, and I just don't want to eat anymore. I'd be done. I'm kind of that way with The Rock. I'm just done. Stop making fucking movies.
You're stereotyping Korean dicks.
Oh, and Disney, stop making theme park movies. Pirates of the Caribbean, you were kind of lucky with that. That was like a perfect storm. But now you gotta stop making them, because they all suck.
Torpedo.
Where's the It's a Small World movie?
It's a tiny, tiny world.
Get me out of here! Oh, Stewie, why are you dressed like Rerun?
I rode that as a kid. If you were lucky enough to ride that as a kid, you'd have the song in your head all day. They could win an Oscar for Best Song. They just do It's a Small World After All, and it'll just keep going. And they do it in different languages, and they're like, bing, 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 bong, 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 bong. It's a small world in a different language, right? And now, since I wrote it, like freaking decades ago, they probably have a bunch of new languages that they can put in there too, like languages you don't even know. Like that's a language, right? And they could put that in it and make it It's a Small World, and now you've got a movie that's 2 hours long. Perfect.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
At number 4, Cruella, another Disney film.
Instinct is the big question.
It's a It's a lot of women.
Yo! Hold up!
I don't know, do I want to spend 2 hours with these women?
Time out!
I don't want to sound sexist, but you know that movie Little Women? I never watched it because, I don't know, I just figured it was for women.
Y'all take a chill.
Oh, shit.
You need to cool that shit out.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm in trouble.
What did I do?
At number 3, Space Jam: A New Legacy. Again, never watched it, never will. I don't like LeBron James. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You can't replace him with LeBron James. I get it. I know some of you like the guy. I think he's fine. Number 2, House of Gucci. Now, I'm a big Ridley Scott fan, and Al Pacino's in this as well, but I cannot watch this based on the trailer. Why?
He refuses to take Gucci into the next century.
The accents. I hate fucking accents in movies.
What the fuck you think I am, fucking dumb boy?
I really do.
Hey, fuck you, mate!
I like real accents, like Meryl Streep accents.
It will make me feel, how do you say that?
Let me tell you a little story about a man named Shh.
Secure.
Just know I have a whole bag of Shh
Secure.
with your name on it.
But not when someone fakes an accent and I know they don't talk that way. Because I saw you in a movie or an interview and I know that you don't talk that way.
For personal satisfaction.
Lady Gaga sounded kind of stupid.
Don't be such a cretin.
Adam Driver, you sound like an idiot.
Don't call me a cretin, sweetie.
Stop talking that way.
That's not what I said.
They all sound dumb.
Don't.
Al Pacino actually sounded stupid.
My nephew.
Or at least hire people, that talk that way.
You fargin sneaky bastard.
I mean, they were always talking about hiring people in the right roles because they're those kind of people.
Hallelujah!
Hire people that talk that way. Tired of this shit.
Where's the Tylenol?
Forget I said anything. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, here we are. Number 1 movie that I will not watch in 2021, West Side Story. And I love Steven Spielberg. I mean, I've seen all of his movies. But I hate fucking musicals.
Listen to yourself. You sound demented.
I won't watch musicals. Ever since La La Land, which I was forced to watch because it was Best Picture, or at least it was for 30 seconds.
La La Land.
Thank you. We lost, by the way, but,
Guys, I'm sorry. No, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Moonlight won. Warren, what did you do?
I want to tell you what happened.
I watched cars in the LA traffic just stop and people get out of their cars and start singing. I'm like, what the fuck are they singing for? It makes no sense. I don't like it. I get it, some of you like it, but I don't. You know what the only thing worse than musicals is?
What's that?
Gator McKlusky's reviews. So if you like musicals, go, enjoy yourself. I won't fucking be there sitting next to you, and if I am, I'm gonna throw up on your lap.
Economically, I don't remember reading that.
So I get it. I'm a lazy, unconventional movie reviewer that probably shouldn't be relevant in this arena, and I'm not. But perhaps some of you can appreciate my honesty, and if you agree with most of my choices here, I might be a decent source for your movie review needs.
That cracks me up.
Next up, top 5 disappointing movies of 2021. These are the ones I was really looking forward to, and they let me down, to say the least.
There's my cheese.
At number 5, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Now, I liked the first Venom. The second one, to me, based on the trailer, looked like it was going to blow it away. That's never the case, is it? It also looked like they were going to finally go with the R rating. Well, that's not so clever. Anyone can drop their pants.
I didn't know you were Lithuanian.
Venom should be eating people's heads and ripping their bodies into pieces, swallowing them whole, because I'm a sick fuck. But it didn't do that, and it pissed me off. And I sat there, and honestly, there was so much shit going on screen. I wanted to walk out, but I couldn't because I was with my friend and his son, and I had to be nice. Otherwise, I'll walk the fuck out of that thing.
This
This is fargin war.
At number 4, The Many Saints of Newark. Well, I liked it. I was just disappointed. I mean, I'm the biggest Sopranos fan I know, so when I went into it, my expectations were really, really high. And they fell short. Why? Because it was 2 hours and they really didn't have enough time to really develop the characters. And David Chase was supposed to direct it, and instead they threw the fucking Thor director in there. Oh, he'll do good. That's not true. He did direct good Sopranos episodes.
Oh, dude.
You didn't just let one go, did you?
No, but the guy who did it just had a bowl of my chili.
The problem is that these characters weren't developed.
Whatever you say, Cappy.
And it was missing a lot of the humor that the Sopranos series was known for.
Who's letting those big ones?
That's probably to blame David Chase, because you would think he would be able to write that humor. So what's going to happen now? They say they're going to do a 6-episode arc for HBO Max. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Bring Tony Soprano from the end of The Many Saints of Newark back up to where the Soprano series started.
You ever had yourself checked for Tourette's?
Could be cool.
Seriously.
I don't know if they'll get there. I'll take anything I can get at this point. And the young Tony Soprano, played by Michael Gandolfini, was excellent. So I'm looking forward to see more from him.
That one ain't getting laid.
At number 3, Dune. Part 1. Who the fuck knew? This is a tough one for me because I know a lot of people love it, and I love the director. And I have a feeling that when I see the other parts, and I will, that I'm gonna love it. But it ended so lifeless. It's like it wasn't even a cliffhanger. It was like it ended like it was a commercial break. Stay tuned. After these messages, we'll return with part 2 of Dune.
Hey, where's the beat?
That was a lame joke.
So are you.
My thoughts about Dune may not be accurate years from now. We all know that often we change our feelings about films as time passes. The same can be said for albums or a book you read. You read it again years later, you listen to a song years later, you're like, hey, you know what? That wasn't so fucking bad.
Well, I don't know whether to laugh or feel sorry for him.
He wanted to make us laugh.
I feel sorry for him.
And that's my feeling about Dune. I feel like over time it's going to resonate. That being said, I was bored out of my fucking mind. At number 2, The Matrix Regurgitation. What the fuck was that?
Son of a bitch.
I mean,
the fuck is wrong with you?
I had low expectations going into this movie, but I didn't expect about halfway through to just want to choke my son.
Oh my God.
I would never do that.
Where's this stuff coming from?
But he was sitting next to me.
Get all right, man.
I started to get mad. And so, 10, 15 minutes passed and I got the fuck up and I left. I left my kids there. And I went out to the car and I texted him and I said, I'm in the car, I'm not coming back. I said, enjoy the movie. And I fell asleep in the car. I didn't even watch the last 15, 20 minutes of it. Might have been more. I don't know. Who cares? It's terrible. Don't fucking see it.
Hello and welcome to Belfast Entertainment TV. My name's George Campbell and I am joined today by the amazing Keanu Reeves and his lifelong stuntman, Bill McKlusky. Thank you for joining me, and how are you both today?
Doing great. Hello, thanks for having us on the show.
Party on, George.
So you guys have done over 30 movies now together. I was just wondering, what's it like having the same stuntman for all that time?
So good.
Yeah, we're like an old married couple, finishing each other's sentences. We work together so well because it's the best.
That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. You smell that, Ted? My ass is gonna be your next excellent adventure. Or maybe a bogus journey.
It's interactive.
Yeah, not bad. I had Bill and Ted's interactive journey, up my ass adventure, straight to shit flicks.
Okay, now let's talk about your new movie, The Matrix Resurrections. It must be so much fun revisiting this character from 18 years ago now. It was, of course, different times back then.
They were. It's kind of like looking back at, photos from camp.
Yeah, remember when we were kids in camp and you shook the tent to make it look like we were banging? And I was like, don't stop, you dirty whore! What the fuck is a jelly donut doing in your footlocker, Private Pile? You are a disgusting fat body, Private Pile! Oh!
Can we talk about the film, please?
Sorry there, Lucky Charms. Yeah, I apologize for my buddy here. You know, he's had so many concussions. He fell off the horse again doing that John Wicky movie, and I had to start doing all his stunts again. I mean, his recovery time sucks. He's like an old dude.
Yeah, definitely had to take care of recovery a little bit better. You know, it was also cool to be able to do what I could do.
Yeah, and what did you do? You broke your coccyx bone for the third time there, Johnny Utah. I'll tell you what, if we can make it through this press tour without you taking out your vape pen, I will do the human centipede thing that you've been asking me to do.
Yeah, sold it to me. Yes. Bought and sold.
Okay, back to the movie. Can you tell us, Keanu, what choices Neo has to make in this next chapter of The Matrix?
But it's kind of like...
Oh, no shit.
Where Thomas Anderson was like,
Stop
what
talking.
Truth?
Stop talking.
You know, I feel like Trinity is now on that.
Nobody
kind of
understands you or the movie.
And who am I and what's going on and that kind of matrixy.
Matrix
quest,
is not a word.
you know?
Stop talking.
And,
Stupid. Shut up.
We're almost out of time, so one last question. Are you excited to get back to the cinemas to see big epics like this on the big screen?
I love going to the movies.
Yeah, but not without your popcorn-flavored vape pen, right? Doesn't even taste like popcorn. This guy likes to take popcorn and grind it into dust and snort it through a straw. He loves that shit so much.
Popcorn.
Fucking idiot.
It's been a pleasure, and best of luck with the movie.
Thanks, man.
Later.
I still know Kung Fu.
And the #1 most disappointing film of the year for me, No Time to Die. I hate it! James Bond 007. I must say, the first hour of this movie might have ranked up there as the best first hour of any Bond movie I've ever seen.
That's the truth, baby. That's the clean truth.
They had it in their hands, and then they completely fucked it up.
You lousy, cheating, little fucking shit!
I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I did a full rant review on it, but you guys know, if you watch my channel, you know how I feel. This movie ruined James Bond.
Holy shit!
And it certainly ruined 2021 film for me. It literally is the very movie that made me think that it's over in Hollywood, that they no longer can make a good movie. Single-handedly fucked up 50-something years of James Bond.
That has been one of the greatest honors of my life.
There are far worse films than those in 2021, but I can only bring you into my experiences for the year, filtering out movies that I either missed or didn't finish watching or refused to even give the time of day.
You need many fucking years of therapy, and I bullshit you not.
Finally, here are my top 5 favorite movies of 2021. Keep in mind, these are just 5 that entertained me the most. They didn't preach an agenda. They all made me laugh or cry, which thrilled me and made me want to watch them again.
Ass clown.
At number 5, A Quiet Place Part 2. I love the first Quiet Place. I didn't think there was a chance they could live up to that or even exceed it, but they did.
You suppose they have any life on other planets?
Well, what do you care? You don't have any life on this planet. This was such a fun movie. The aliens were incredible to watch. I mean, John Krasinski from The Office. Can you believe the guy from The Office makes a great movie? I mean, but he does. This guy's an amazing director. I can't wait to see what he does next. My understanding is that A Quiet Place 3 is going to be made, and he wasn't going to direct it, but that the director that it was attached to has fallen off the project.
You crazy as a loon.
Let's hope that John Kay comes back and does it again.
Hey, you know why the alien had to get off of his ship?
Why?
Because he needed some space.
Number 4, Ghostbusters Afterlife. This was a big surprise, actually, because the first 2 movies I thought were great and they were funny, but this movie had something those didn't. It had a big heart, and they brought back Harold Ramis's character Egon, who the actor passed away several years ago, and didn't seem like it was possible to make a Ghostbusters film without him. But they did, and they brought him back to life. And it was beautiful. And they brought in a young cast of characters that they were all excellent.
You want a smoothie? No, I'm straight.
So I'm excited about the future of this franchise, but you know what the most important thing about it is? It pretended the 2016 Ghostbusters never happened. because that was a miserable piece of shit.
Stop looking at me, shit! Stop it!
Oh, and this is funny too, right? So they're putting out a Blu-ray and a box set of all the Ghostbusters movies, and they left that one out.
Don't tell me you like that trash.
Oh, my hand fell asleep. At number 3, The Unforgivable. I was up late one night and I turned this on. I didn't expect to last very long, and 2 hours later I was still watching it and my eyes were wide open, couldn't get back to sleep. It ripped my heart out of my chest, it punched it back in.
Well, that's good for you.
This is Sandra Bullock's greatest performance in my view. She deserves an award for this role and probably won't get recognized.
The nominees for Best Supporting Actress are
Shannon Doherty, Basic Analysis. One woman's triumph over a yeast infection.
set against the background of the Hindenburg disaster.
So if you haven't seen Unforgivable, please watch it. It's about a woman who gets out of prison. She obviously was involved in a violent crime and she has to kind of redeem her life, and it's amazing. I cannot recommend it enough.
What are you, Sigmund Sawed-Off fucking Freud?
It certainly deserves to be on my list because it's a film that made me optimistic about what Hollywood can make now. And this is a great movie. It really is. Trust me. See The Unforgivable.
Have you ever seen anything put together as badly as that? Yeah, my first wife.
At number 2, Nobody. Now, the trailer for this was amazing, but it's rare when the movie actually exceeds the trailer. I mean, this was a very exciting John Wickian type film, and Bob Odenkirk from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul really surprised us all. He got in some kind of crazy ass shape. He trained for this film. He looked like a regular guy who just woke up one day and said, you know what? I can do that. And he did it.
Who the fuck are you?
And this was a fun movie, man.
Me?
Hopefully they do a sequel because I loved every minute of it.
I'm nobody.
It's an '88 Magnum. It shoots through schools.
At number 1,
Well,
my favorite film of the year,
we're waiting.
is Spider-Man: No Way Home. Now, Marvel has been one of the more consistently entertaining film studios over the last 20 years, with some fantastic releases.
Fucking Iron Man over here.
A handful of mediocre ones, and only a few unwatchable shit shows.
You probably shouldn't be digging in your ass.
For the record, my top 5 favorite Marvel films are Iron Man, Deadpool, Logan, Avengers: Infinity War, and then Avengers: Endgame.
What the fuck?
I've never considered a Spider-Man film for this list until now. This latest chapter in the Home series with Tom Holland is easily the most ambitious single film concept in Marvel Universe history.
Now you're a fucking mumbling, stuttering little fuck, you know that?
The Avengers series was built up over 20 years and slowly came together for the final 2 films, closing with their crowning achievement, Avengers: Endgame.
Yeah, does it look cool or... It doesn't feel cool, but if it looks cool, that's what matters.
Try to act professional, for Christ's sake.
Don't tell me what to do.
No Way Home seems like it was born from an idea that popped into somebody's head after first or second film in the Spider-Man series was finished. To me, that makes it even more of an incredible feat than Endgame. But if you haven't seen all the Spider-Man films or you don't like them, this chapter may not resonate with you the same way it does with folks like me.
Come on, come on.
The fan service in this film is unsurpassed by any complex series ever produced. See, if the Lucasfilm folks or the Warner DC producers would learn from this concept, they would likely have much greater success.
Fuck you!
DC seems to have tried to copy this ambitious idea with the new Flash picture bringing back the great Michael Keaton from his role as Batman.
I'm Batman.
2 hearts that beat as one. 2 hearts.
As Endgame set the bar for me, I doubt that any film in the genre will ever surpass that amazing chapter. However, No Way Home came really close, and this is the only other movie in the Marvel Universe that had me wiping tears off my face several times.
Stop crying, you sniveling ass. Stop your nonsense.
Now, if you're fully invested in the history of these characters, the dramatic elements of the story arc, along with all the rich and powerful performances from the great casting choices, should give you the most fulfilling and enjoyable escape that made folks like me obsessed with these movies.
Are you off your meds or something?
So in the end, this to me is the best film of the year by far, not even close.
I can feel it down in my plums.
But it's for a select audience who loves this kind of stuff. I'm really happy that this film is doing well because it's everything I love in a trip to the movies. We should all be given the chance to laugh, to cry, to gasp, and for our hearts to swell with stories that jump off the big screen. Movie theaters have always been my safe space, the place I go whether happy or sad, angry or depressed, lonely or just needing to be alone. We go for that escape. We can't lose that, ever. So support your local theater. Embrace the films that entertain without preaching their agendas.
Climate change is real. It is happening right now.
You're in no position to lecture the public.
Ignore the films that are filled with hateful, horrible Hollywood shitheads who don't deserve your earned money.
How dare you!
Remember, not all the films need to teach us things.
Better empty my butt.
There has become a thing, especially this last year, where ideology is more important than art.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time.
Ideology trumps good.
It wasn't made for him.
Well, who the fuck are you?
Ideology trumps entertaining.
Are you not entertained?
The best ones are the ones that pull you inside, make you forget things in your life that may have brought you to the theater in the first place.
Any questions?
That's about it. I have very little to offer you for these modern film reviews now, other than my quick take on my initial view of the film.
You really think I give a shit?
I've decided it's probably better for me to focus on classic films and documentaries that may take longer to produce, as opposed to giving you these takes on modern films that tend to disappoint and may take years to fully understand or appreciate, like Dune.
You through?
So as this channel grows, I continue to evolve in what I produce here, trying to find my lane in this oversaturated platform filled with folks like myself who have a voice and offer up their views looking to find an audience.
You're a neo-maxi-zoom dweeby.
That said, I'm very interested in what you may have to say about what you'd like to see me focus on for this channel.
I wonder if anybody watches this show besides us. Besides me.
Be sure and let me know your comments in the section below. I know there's a solid base here for the Burt Reynolds content, and I'll continue pushing that stuff out as often as I can.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
I've also done a handful of modern film reviews like Ghostbusters and Venom. They really haven't resonated very much on this channel. I'm still trying to find my audience, so share these things with your friends if you can. And as always, I thank you so very much for taking the time to watch my content. Please help support the channel by clicking on that like button and subscribing if you haven't already.
I need to go to my quiet place.
All my best to you and your families for a healthy, happy 2022 and beyond. Let's all hope for some great films this year. For now, Gator, out.
I'm finished.
Watch for new movie reviews and documentary series. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell so you know when new reviews arrive.